Our vision is to be the most respected name in insulation.
Their promotional video talks about respect, but today Celotex was described as dishonest and unethical.
Our scientists and technologists...
The company made Grenfell's flammable insulation, but 3 years before the tragedy, the inquiry heard how it manipulated a fire safety test with extra thick cement panels to make sure it passed.
Did that not strike you at the time as dishonest?
Yes, it did, yeah.
But you went along with it?
I went along with a lot of actions at Celotex that, looking back on reflection, were completely unethical, and one that I probably didn't potentially consider the impact of at the time.
I do solemnly...
Jonathan Roper joined Celotex straight out of uni when he was just 22. With no technical expertise, he was tasked with marketing Celotex insulation so it could be used in buildings over 18 metres like Grenfell. But even as far back as 2013, 4 years before the fire, he wrote this email doubting the product's suitability, that in the event of a fire, it would burn. But his bosses pressed ahead anyway. The insulation failed its first fire test like this one, but later secured a pass by using an unusually thick fire-resistant board with a cement panel. This is important because Celotex left this crucial piece of information out when marketing its product. The inquiry called the sale of the insulation thoroughly misleading because Celotex repeatedly said without qualification it was suitable on buildings above 18 metres like Grenfell, when it wasn't.
Did you realise at the time that if this was how the test was to be described, it would be a fraud on the market?
Yes, yeah, I did.
Did you not feel at the time a sense that that was wrong?
I felt incredibly uncomfortable with it. I recall going home that evening. I still lived with my parents at the time, and mentioned that to them, and I felt incredibly uncomfortable with what I was being asked to do.
Mr. Roper will finish his evidence tomorrow. Rags Martel, ITV News, at the Grenfell inquiry.
I'm afraid we are going to have to ask you to come back for a little bit longer tomorrow.